And there are new developments tonight in the ongoing controversy over transgender athletes in youth sports in Minnesota. A pair of federal agencies say that the state violated Title IX by allowing male athletes to compete in female sports. Maury Glover joining us now from the newsroom with more on what the findings could mean. Maury?
Well, Title IX prohibits discrimination in educational programs that receive federal funding. The Trump administration says Minnesota violated federal law in several sports over the last few years.
When the Champlain Park girls softball team won its first state championship back in June with a transgender pitcher, it escalated an investigation by the federal government into Title IX in Minnesota. Now the results of that investigation are in. The U.S. Departments of Education and Health and Human Services say Minnesota violated Title IX by allowing males to compete in female sports and occupy female locker rooms. The feds say the violations occurred over the last several years in alpine and Nordic skiing, lacrosse, track and field, volleyball, and fast-pitch softball.
The main issue here is that women and girls are being sidelined in Minnesota in sports, and hopefully the administration's efforts today, the joint finding, will help move Minnesota in the right direction.
In the past, the Minnesota Department of Education and the Minnesota State High School League have both said barring transgender athletes violates state law against discrimination based on gender identity. And Attorney General Keith Ellison says state law supersedes President Trump's executive order banning transgender athletes from women's and girls' sports.
We understand Title IX. We're well within Title IX, and we're well within Minnesota law. The president is just wrong about this.
The administration says the state has 10 days to comply with the resolution agreement that includes restoring to female athletes all records and titles misappropriated by male athletes competing in female categories or risk losing federal funding. But one expert we spoke with says any loss of federal funds would have to be to programs that are not in compliance with Title IX and wouldn't affect other types of funding Minnesota receives from the federal government.
Now, in addition to the loss of federal funds, that expert says Minnesota could also be forced to pay restitution and perhaps a civil fine. In the newsroom, Maury Glover, Fox 9.